It is pretty freaking ridiculous. Oh my goodness. This one isn't as deep, but you can still rip through it. And there we go. I guess I could type the word drag and I should be able to find it here. Yeah, it's these. Oh. All right, is this not the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen here in BeamNG Drive? Yeah, this is a fantastic new mod here. Hold on, I gotta show you guys something real quick. Look at the engine. Look at how it's mounted, and just look at the exhaust. So yeah, this is like a show truck slash wheelie truck. There's actual rollers on the back of this instead of a rear bumper. That way it could fly down the drag strip while popping a wheelie. It's by the Youngblood. We're actually gonna be checking out a couple Youngblood mods here today. Now, if you're curious as to what map we're on, no, it's not Johnson Valley. It's actually the Pepper Valley by Raceless. So yeah, it added this really cool little drag strip. Plus, I needed it for the other mod. I needed some nice sand and mud sections. So yeah, another really cool feature about this vehicle here. Yes, there are exhaust flames. So I can click that button, turn those on. And there you go. It shoots flames out the back. Now, if you're wondering what this is based on, hold on, there's a nice little picture on the inside here. It's based on the Mullet Machine. Or inspired by the Mullet Machine, I should say. I can't get over the engine and the way it looks and how it's aimed. Also, the little custom top here looks amazing, too. All right. So, you're probably asking, well, what's this thing good at? Well, I mean, it's got some really, really super wide tires. But it's a wheelie machine. It's not a drag machine. I mean, I think it's kind of listed as a drag machine. But it does one thing really well. And I'm going to nail the throttle here. And that is freaking incredible. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Okay, we're veering a little bit. On. There it goes. You know, I don't think a van should be moving this fast. It is pretty freaking ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there are no safety standards at this drag strip. It just immediately ends with a fence. We might need a little bit of a runoff area here. My goodness. Also, how hot do you think those flames are? That's pretty ridiculous looking. All right, hold on. I need to go into here. Let's manually do this. I don't think we did a good enough job popping a wheelie there. So hold on. Let's hold in the neutral and dump it. And oh my goodness, the rollers are perfect in the back. There we go. That's a little bit better there. And I'm gonna have to drop it though because we're heading to the side of the strip. Yeah, it's not like super fast. Also, oh, I didn't realize. Did it tell me the time the first time? It's just a quarter mile. Oh my goodness. I need to install some parachutes because the brakes suck on this thing. I mean, I'm sure the brakes aren't meant to be great on this. Hold on, let me see if I can keep it in the right lane here. Let's see if we can get an actual time. Also, if anybody's distracted by the flames, I can turn those off for this run. All right, here we go. And boom. Oh my good. Okay, well that was messier than the first time. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get this thing under control when it pops a wheelie. Oh my goodness. Can we get a time here? It's gonna be awful. But yeah, it does register a time. A quarter mile in 14 seconds. Well, you know, it is what it is. It's not meant for much else besides being like a show truck and a wheelie popper. That also sounds kind of weird. But yeah, I like this. This is a cool, very unique mod, and I wanted to showcase this off first, but I've got something else that I think is actually going to be spectacular. So let me pull out a configuration real quick. So if I go to the Auto Bella here, you're going to notice mud and sand drag. Yes, check out these tires. So this is another mod by Youngblood. Now, the cool thing about these tires, it does come with some configurations that are set up and ready to go, but you can attach these to pretty much most vehicles, and I've already made one configuration, and I want to make more because I'm curious as to what vehicles can handle like sand and mud. So what do you say we rip across the desert here? So yeah, we're gonna start off on a trail. Let's go ahead and enable the nitrous. Let's get going. Oh my goodness. Oh, they grab really quick. Okay. Oh geez. Oh geez. Okay, this is a lot bumpier than I expected. Hold on, let's just go a little off trail. I feel like it's less, I say it's less bumpy over here. There's also some dunes to the right of the mountain, but man, this thing rips through the freaking desert, and there we go, we have popped it. All right, we got to go to a dune. This is probably a little, oh man, look at the sand that it kicks up. Yeah, this is probably a little bit better of an area for this style of vehicle. The other side's just a little bit bumpier. This is a little bit smoother sand dune. Also would be good for like mud drags too. These are mud slash sand tires. And yeah, they come with, I think it comes with about like 6 configurations. But you could pretty much attach these to whatever vehicles you want, except for maybe like a monster truck or something. But there's a lot of possibilities with this, and I've already attached it to one of my favorite mods in the game, which is the Supra, and it actually handles the dunes quite well. So yeah, this is purpose-built off-road setup, but let's stick it on a street car. So here she is. Yes, sand tires on a Supra. I did install some rally parts. There wasn't a lot available for this particular car, but I just wanted to see if it worked. Now, it is kind of cutting through the rear fender there. It doesn't actually affect anything. It just, I guess the paddles just go through the body parts. I tried to remove that, but that's all one piece, and I couldn't find a way to remove that rear fender. I removed the fronts. You can see it definitely sets a little higher up. One, because of the tires. Two, some of the rally parts that I put in here. But check this out. Like, it rips. And here we go. This is ridiculous looking. Honestly, I would pay good. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I would have no use for this, but I would pay somebody $1 to, I guess, watch somebody else do this. I'd pay somebody $1, maybe $2. I think it'd be pretty entertaining to watch somebody attach this to like a Supra. But yeah, like I was saying, you could do this as long as it supports the hub. You could do this to pretty much any vehicle. So yeah, the Supra, it handles it pretty well. I must say, it did remove some parts. Oh, that was a big bounce there. I don't think they have a skid plate for this vehicle, so I don't think you can really protect the engine over the big bumps. But the whole fact that we're ripping across a desert in a Supra is amazing to me. I absolutely freaking love this thing. It's cool. So, you know, we got to attach it to some more vehicles, and I'll show you guys kind of how it works. Like I said, there are some pre-set up configurations, but they're really simple to attach. You really just have to change the wheel out, and then you change the tire to the mud tire. So, hold on. Let's go up and over. There is also on this Pepper Valley, oh, that was a big hit. That was a freaking massive hit. There we go. We flipped it over. There is a mud area. It's not very big, if I recall, but it might. Oh, this is kind of a small mud area. I think it's over here. Oh yeah. So let's see if the Supra can rip through this. This is gonna look very odd. There we go. Getting in the mud. Oh, okay. Well, you know, there's some other components that kind of go into making these things go through mud. I think this rear-wheel drive Supra is probably not it. At least it can do the sand part. The mud part, not so much. It looks cool, though. Yeah, we're in a little too deep here. So, honestly, I think it would be kind of cool to have a charger. Let's go with the highest horsepower one. We're going to do this to... I'm going to try to do this to a Bugatti, too. I think it'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, this is the charger mod that we've been checking out as of recent. So, in order to do this, you're just going to type in... It's really easy. Just type in the word mud. And then you can switch the tires. So there's a couple different options here. You got the 31 by 8. Wait, how big is that? Is that? Oh, okay. That one automatically switches the tire too. Ooh. That's pretty questionable. Hold on. Let's do the other one real quick. There's the rear. You know, the vehicle here, I got to change the color of the vehicle. You almost can't tell like what the tire actually looks like with the, oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's something. Do I need to remove a fender on here? Does it? It feels like it's grabbing a little bit on this one. So this one might be one of those, hey, you need to remove a fender. Which, can I remove fenders here? I can remove the badges. Yeah, I can remove the... Oh, wait, there's a cut fender. Hold on, what's the cut fender look like? Does that give me extra... Well, it looks like it might have actually given me a little bit extra room. I feel like they fit in there with the cut fenders on the front. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit wider, a little bit more room. It's got, wait, hold on, is there any rally parts for this? That's a good question. There is mud flaps. I'm gonna go ahead and put those on because I think that looked kind of cool. Let's see if there's anything that we can do here with this. So there's the Rally E springs. Is that a beef? I mean, it says the word rally in it. I don't know if it's actually... I think that's just a different Dodge thing. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on there because it says rally. I don't know if it's actually gonna help us though. Okay, so I have a couple parts on there. This one definitely feels like it might still be hitting. Oh, hold on, let it spool up here. There we go. All right, let's go hit the dunes first. I think we're gonna get the same result with the mud. I think you'd probably want something that's actually a 4x4. Wait, is this rally? I don't think, you know, I'm not gonna speak on this because I don't know a whole lot about this particular charger. So it's kind of cool seeing, or kind of funny, I should say, seeing the front tires go through the fenders there. Oh, geez. Okay, come on, turn. It definitely doesn't turn as well. That's a thing, and I don't know if it's because the tires are hit. Oh, I think that's why it's not turning very well. So this front suspension, hold on, let's just rip through the sand here. I don't feel like this one's gonna hold up. So it's gonna take a little bit of experimenting here to see what actually works and what doesn't. This one does not. Well, it works well here, but I think, oh yeah, as soon as you start bouncing, I feel like that suspension's gonna fold. The rears are doing really well. Oh, jeez. Oh, you know, just as I say that, the freaking back tire falls off. Okay, so maybe the Charger's not it. The Supra did surprisingly well. The Charger, not so much here. All right, so you can see our Bugatti is stuck here in the sand, but can we put sand tires on it to help it? That looks like a yes. Oh no. I like this. Where are they at? I typed in the word sand. I need to find my, there they are. Yep. This is the thing. So I can put the wheels on. I got to switch the tires themselves out, but that's, yeah, something you can do. It's amazing. Can I go ahead and just put the, will it just slap them on if I put the 25s on? Wait, what the heck? That's just a really, really wide, wait. Is there like a dually kind of style? That is like two wheels, right? It looks like two wheels stuck together. Hold on, do we have a matching tire for that? Is that a thing? Okay, so here's the sand tire for the front, which does go on. Do I have, oh, hold on, there is a 15x25 paddle tire. Also, you could put the the drag van's tires on there too if you wanted to. Oh my goodness. Okay, can I please rip some fenders off? I need to try to make this. I'm gonna see if I can adjust this real quick, and we're gonna try to make this a rally vehicle too, or I guess sand vehicle. I don't want to call it a rally vehicle. Okay, we've made the appropriate. Oh my goodness, why does that? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. What did we break here? Bugattis are not rear steer. Wait, what? Is it the rear rallies? Okay, I put some coilovers in here. I put rally ones. I don't know what's causing the rears to break immediately. It doesn't even say they're broken. But when I take off, it does break the fender. Oh, I was hoping this was gonna work. Look how fast this thing is. Hold on. Can I fix the rear? It might be the tire size. You know, I was hoping this would work. Honestly, I didn't realize, you know, we might even have to do like an off-roader too, because look how wide that is. Like a, say like a truck or something. That is freaking amazing. I want to say, let me see if it's the coilovers that are breaking it. I don't think it is. I want to say it's probably the whole fact that the tires are so wide. They're like hitting, they might be hitting the chassis and bending. So let me swap those real quick because I want this to work. I feel like this is actually going to be really, really good. So we need to swap these to the other mud tires. All right, we've got skinny tires on here. Let's see if this works. Also, I could probably adjust the suspension, see if I can give it a little bit more travel. Wait, oh my goodness. It doesn't bend now. Why is that? That's good. Like the Bugatti actually freaking works with these. Oh, okay, well the radiator's gonna get damaged. There is no off-road version of this. You know, you could probably just stick these on the Scintilla, like the actual vanilla car, and these tires would probably work perfect on it. That, and it's got the skid plate and stuff for the off-road version. This works, but I feel like the Scintilla would probably work better because of it being a purpose-built off-roader. Also, this thing freaking moves even on asphalt. It's not stable because of the big paddles, but on off-road, get up here. Oh, just damaged the oil pan. Yeah, it's still very fragile. I mean, it's just the whole fact that you could do it, though. Let me see if I can adjust this. I'm gonna go into the tuning menu real quick. Let me see if I can get this off the ground a little bit more. Might even take some fuel out of it too. Wait, is there 2 fuel tanks in a Bugatti? Is that a thing? It says left and right fuel volume. Let me take a little bit of fuel out of here, see if I can get it just a little lighter. Okay, made a couple slight adjustments. I got a little bit higher spring in there. I don't know if it's gonna rebound as much. It might be a little too stiff, and I've got the wheels offset out of the body a little bit. All right, let's take off. Oh, hold on. This might be good. I still think it's ultimately gonna break, but I mean, it's ridiculous. I love BeamNG. Like, I love being able to do stupid stuff like this. It's freaking perfect. Man, the modding community is so cool, and hopefully you guys enjoy an episode like this, a little bit more experimenting, more playing around with a couple mods opposed to just some sort of ridiculous challenge. I just want to show you guys that these are all possible, or this is a thing. And yeah, these are all on the repo, and I will have a link down in the description. But man, you can rip across the desert in a Bugatti with sand tires and Beam, because reasons. Now, if I even get a skid plate mod for this, that would be absolutely perfect. But this works. This works actually decent. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it works pretty good. Wait, hold on. I think somebody's going to say, well, you didn't take it into the mud. Let me try it real quick. I don't feel like it's going to work, but this thing also does have an incredible amount of power. Okay. This is a rear wheel drive, right? Bugatti's not an all wheel, is it? Hold on. It could be an all wheel. Hold on. Let's turn this on. Do I have an off-road mode? Oh, I could turn on the lift mode. The lift, I don't know if that actually gave me any extra height. All right, here we go. Let's try going through the mud here. Nope. She's still gonna get stuck. It's not built for the mud. The sand does decent, the mud, no. But the whole fact that we can do it is what makes this amazing. So real quick, I do want to test one more thing out here. So I do have the drag. It's like the lore-friendly Mustang. It's the Barstow. I don't know what the number is. Hold on, let me go and show you guys. It's the Lucas B. I guess it's called the Barstow, the Gabriel Barstow. But there's actually a number that's associated with this, and I don't know what it is. So yeah, what I'm gonna do here, since I saw those other rear tires that were on that van, I'm almost curious if I could stick them on here. So it was the 15 by 25s, and then what I needed to do here, I need to find the correct tire. It was, I guess I could type the word drag, and I should be able to find it here. Yeah, it's these. Oh, hold on. If I do the offset all the way, can I make these work? This might be one of the biggest drag tires I've ever seen in Beam. Hold on, let me try doing an offset here, and let me see if I can get this thing to work. I really want it to work. Oh geez, even with that, I cannot get these things to fit in there. I don't know if they're hitting the fender. I feel like they're just snapping off. It was worth a try though, right? I mean, if you give me a tire this ridiculous, like I want to try to stick it on another vehicle, and well, it indeed does not work. It is snapping immediately. It says, what's the axle's breaking? Is there an axle? Is there something I can replace in here that maybe makes this work? I don't think so. Let me try a different. No, okay, that one doesn't work either. Okay, so yeah, these don't really go on many vehicles. So real quick, one last thing I do want to try. I know there was a D series that Youngblood had that worked with this. It's gonna be this one here, this sand and drag one. Oh my goodness. You know, even if you don't want to set up your own, just the whole fact that we've got some pretty cool configurations, I wonder if I could stick the big tires on this. Hold on, let's just rip through the desert real quick in this one. Oh yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the setups with it being an actual purpose-built suspension, it's so much better than sticking them on like Bugattis and stuff. But I mean, I had to at least see if it worked, and it does. This is awesome. This is freaking amazing. We're about to ruin it by trying to stick the really big tires on the rear, but I just want to see if this one can handle it. It seems like the drag van might be the only one that can't. Wait, hold on. I have an idea though. So there was a paddle that was the same size as the drag van's tire. Could I, in theory, just take the drag van out here and put the big paddles on it? Like, that might actually work. I do real quick want to see it on a truck though. Hold on, these set on the truck. These actually, you know, the weird thing is they don't look near as big on this truck as they did on like the other vehicles. Oh, these work. Okay, these, I don't even have to put this on the van. Like, it works fine on this. Plus you've got the 4x4. We got to go hit that mud pit real quick. Oh, it looks ridiculous with those wide backs. Like I said, they don't look as big on this truck as they do on the other vehicles we try to attach them to, but oh man, they give you incredible grip here in the sand. I gotta add this mod to my career mode because eventually I do want to go back to the Utah area and create like a mud drag vehicle. That's if this isn't already in that collection. I don't know if it is or isn't. I have to double check, but it's beautiful. All right, let's go to that mud pit real quick. Okay, let's not embarrass myself this time. We should be able to cut through this with the 4x4. And here we go. Oh yeah, purpose built. Oh no, you got to keep your foot in it when you get into these. Like if you stop, you're gonna bog down and sink. So, oh my goodness! Oh, it caught. There's something underground that it catches on. And maybe I should try the other one. There's a little area here. Yeah, it's like I'm catching something in that other mud pit. Let's go up over this. How deep's this one? This one isn't as deep, but you can still rip through it. And there we go. And rip around. I love the mud. I need more mud parks. I need to download some. If you guys know of any good like mud maps in Beam, comment down below. But yeah, 3 incredible mods here. You got the track, you got the mud tires, and you have the drag van from the beginning. All 3 will be linked down in the description, and we will see you guys next time in BeamNG Drive. I'm just gonna hit a, oh, there we go. I was looking for a fence, but I found a pole.